We've got some windy weather coming back to the country. We've got high pressure on the way and also a tropical cyclone. Hello, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you for joining us. Well, the risk for a tropical cyclone is increasing north of New Zealand. This is the area here where we're likely to be seeing something forming probably as early as this weekend. And then next week, it's got the very slow journey of tracking from just north of us to somewhere around New Zealand. Now, the modelling is not locked in for us. This storm might miss New Zealand entirely, but the computer modelling at the moment is suggesting that there is about a 30% chance, which is quite strong this far out, for it to reach New Zealand. So we'll be keeping an eye on it. We'll be updating you daily in our weather videos here, which are Monday to Friday, and we'll be updating you every 2 days on our news and maps. And why is it every 2 days? Because nothing really changes every 24 hours at this early stage. So you don't really want to be stuck with looking what the models are doing each day, because day one it'll show it out here, the next day it shows it over here, the third day it brings it back again. So that's part of the reason why we wait a couple of days this far out. So we'll talk about that in a moment, but let's get into the short-term forecast. The warm subtropical winds continue on around New Zealand. It was another very warm night last night. I'm sure the air conditioning units were very busy across Auckland, Tauranga, Whangarei and other northern areas. But behind it, the winds aren't so bad. Much lighter winds around Wellington this morning, although still a bit cloudy, unfortunately. And we've got this small low out here, which is about to cross over the North Island. And that's where we start with Thursday's rain map. You can see that low's gone from the Tasman out here to around about the Chatham Islands. So that brings a burst of rain and showers tonight into New Zealand and then across Thursday around the North Island for the most part. So that low will weaken and fall apart as it moves away. At about the same time, another system at the other end of the country is doing the same thing, a small low trying to form just in this area here and a cold front coming in. So there's another burst of rain or showers at the other end of the country from a separate system. Once we get to Friday, there is that low. So it's sort of formed out here on Thursday, and by Friday, deepened out a little bit off the coast of Dunedin. That's encouraging a bit of a cold end to the week. I was going to say wintry, then I sort of stopped myself, but it is a little bit wintry to some degree because it will be colder. You'll notice the temperatures drop right down. Some of you don't even get into the teens on Saturday. So this is a cold blast of air for this time of the year. Coming in to the South Island on Friday, windy sou'westers in other areas, which means around Bay of Plenty, East Cape, Gisborne, and across Hawke's Bay it'll be quite sunny and nice, I would imagine, with a bit of a mild breeze blowing through for you. And the very north of the country, not too bad either. So this weekend, the sou'westers continue to blow through across the country. We're in the squash zone. High pressure out over Hobart, low pressure down here, 963. So that's quite a big air pressure gradient. That's why we're seeing those windy sou'westers blowing across New Zealand, encouraging this cooler air, although the coldest of the air now moving out to the east. So Friday night, Saturday morning will be the coldest period of time. Then it should just start to warm up a little bit later into Saturday. Now to Sunday, so we start to drift back up towards the tropics now. That's where this tropical cyclone is forming. Now, whether it's named on Sunday or not, that's up to the Fiji Met Service and the low itself. But it's probably getting into that category or into that sort of criteria, at least at some point towards the end of Sunday, maybe not till Monday. But that is forming up here between Fiji and Vanuatu just there. So out at sea as it forms, as they often do. High pressure in the New Zealand area is building and growing though. That becomes even closer towards us on Sunday. As we go into next week, Monday, we see that storm getting deeper, 988 hectopascals as it drifts a little bit closer to Vanuatu, but still remains at sea. So that's good news. It's not actually directly hitting anyone, at least not on the modelling now. Now this could change a wee bit in the days ahead. We've also got another low down here pushing La Nina weather into New South Wales and Queensland and the coastal areas, but our weather here starting to finally calm down with this big high rolling in. So our final map for Tuesday of next week shows this big high over New Zealand. So our settled summer-like weather is coming in. That's what we said in our Climate Watch update back on the last day of November. We said around the middle of December, things will calm down in New Zealand. That's exactly what we are seeing. Meanwhile, there's the cyclone getting deeper. That's New Caledonia sticking out along here. So Vanuatu and the islands along there. So this is getting serious now for Vanuatu around Tuesday next week. and Wednesday of next week. This system's going to be up here for 7 days before it starts to come down our way. It looks so close when we're so used to our weather on the map here moving along so fast. But remember, the globe curves around like this, so this is actually quite a long distance, further than you might think. Also, just the way the air pressure systems are, that storm will be sitting up on the top of this high for a few days. Now, the latest modelling suggests around the 21st of December, which oddly is also the summer solstice, the longest day of the year with the most amount of available sunlight. That will be, we think, when this storm comes down our way. So that's still another 10 days or so, even longer, away before it comes into our area. So we're still watching it. There's a long way to go. It might miss us. It could easily go out this way, or it might go down the Southern Ocean. But of course, that places New Zealand in the middle of those two options, and that's why we're watching this one closely. That's all from me. We'll see you again on Thursday.